Ladies and gentlemen, the absolute most frustrating thing about 2020 is how everything is always split right down the middle by political beliefs. And so I try to stay down the middle and figure it out and then bring you guys the best information. And clearly, it seems like the information I've looked up, it comes to like about 420 people die in New York every day on average on an average day. And so the last 3 days we've seen New York deaths at about between 5 and 600, which would still be like if you took all, like, let's say the conspiracy theory that they're just taking all the deaths and giving them to COVID. Even if that were true, that would mean about anywhere from a 25% to 40% increase, if my math is correct. I don't know. Super happy earlier. Now I'm super frustrated. And so, even if all the deaths were attributed to the coronavirus, then that would still be anywhere from, like I said, a 25% to 40% increase. So if you go from 420 to 600, that's, I think my math is correct. And so, and I will admit this, that there's something about everything. There's a weird feeling to everything right now. And we're watching, the battles take place between the two political groups and two political belief systems, because we're only allowed to have two political belief systems. And so, now that we've seen about 2.5 weeks of social distancing and some pretty major measures happening, the people, are saying, hey, see, now that the numbers have slowed way down, it was all a hoax. And so, it was like the debate of, if the numbers do start to go down, then people will say we did too much. And then if the numbers start to go way through the roof, people will say we did too little. And so it definitely doesn't seem like either way, the two groups are planning on coming together, working together for any reason. And so it's all pretty crazy, man. I've been looking for what are the non-virus death numbers for the last month in New York. I'm having a hard time finding them. But this was tweeted out a little while ago from the Houston sheriff that first responders are on the front lines of the COVID epidemic. I worry for all my staff. Many have become exposed and fallen ill while serving our community. No one is immune from the virus. And if this was just going to be like a giant conspiracy theory, the idea that you would have all the nurses, all the doctors, all the sheriffs in on it is pretty insane to me. The odds of that happening seem like zero, bro. And so I'm doing the best I can to present all the information I can in the most honest and accurate fashion. And it just like it's blows my mind this deep into it to have no ground gained between the two parties and the belief systems between people. And then this just came out that the Healthcare Association, the country's largest healthcare system, sent an email barring employees from posting about the coronavirus on social media. One nurse said she got suspended for her posts made before the new rule in an attempt to silence whistleblowers. And so that's not good news. The New York pause is being extended all throughout April. And like I've said, I'm going to be on the side of being overly cautious. And so I have said I think we should just concentrate on playing maximum defense throughout all of April and then figuring out how we're going to ease into our new future together. And I'm going to stick to that, especially for the next 2 weeks for sure. I don't think there's any reason to keep our guard down or let our guard down. Like here, 80% of ER nurses, 20 out of 25, out sick during one shift at one New York City hospital, according to a New York City physician. That is either a very troublesome illness absenteeism. I hope they will all recover soon, praying for healthcare workers in New York City. You've got a lot of complex problems that needs good focus and ideas and teamwork. Like, when can we reopen the economy? How is it going to be possible? These are not really discussions that are happening. It's like Italy reports its lowest new virus infections in almost 3 weeks after 3 weeks of their extreme measures. And so it seems like New York's curve flattened about a week or two before I thought it would, which is surprising, but I'll take any good news. We get confirmation from Mayor de Blasio, says bodies will be buried temporarily in New York City parks. Morgues and cemeteries are overwhelmed with the high number of bodies. And remember, from what I believe and from the videos I saw for the first 3 days in Wuhan, there were corpses, they were like up and down the street in body bags. And that I saw the one video I posted in a video where it showed them put 3 children nonchalantly in a body bag and haul them off. And then they scrubbed the internet, and China didn't let any information out. And I've seen things that say that the totals we're seeing are being severely undercounted because you had to get swabbed, tested positive for the coronavirus, and then die to be counted as a coronavirus death. And that so people who didn't get swabbed and didn't get tested, or the test didn't come through, if they die, it's not getting counted. And so I am having a hard time finding the number of New York deaths in the last 3 weeks that aren't associated with the COVID. Hopefully I can find that information. So more good news, asterisk. New Jersey's reporting that the curve is beginning to flatten. Which is why we've been doing this for the last 2 or 3 weeks. But the bad news is, like I said, it's like the United States just aren't united, man. And both political parties are so entrenched in not working together. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, it's like split up the states and then just like separate the United States, where you can have half Republican states and half Democrat states. I know it sounds like a dumb idea, and I'm saying it in jest, but it's this cold civil war, especially during a pandemic / non-pandemic, however you want to look at it, is frustrating. And it seems like most of the time, the richest of the rich win and get richer anyways. And so we're going to see a lot of people lose a lot of jobs. And then if we can recover and get back, then a lot of the middle class is going to get shafted again. So I don't know, man. Just is the great virus debate, political debate rages on. So stay cool if you want to. God bless everyone. Peace out.